eggs, baking powder, yeast, sugar, and cooking oil, not forgetting our milk. Okay, so what we're going to start with is we're going to first put in our baking powder, and then we're going to put in our yeast. There we go. And then we're going to mix very well so that the yeast and the baking powder can be evenly distributed. And our Himalaya pink salt, we're going to add that. You can put any other salt, but Himalaya salt is very healthy. There we go. And then we're going to stir very well as we did after putting baking powder and yeast. So we'll stir so that the salt can go evenly. This is sugar. We'll put in another bowl. There we go. And then eggs. Mix very well. Actually, it's good with a mixer, but I'm using my wooden spoon here. So if you have a mixer, you're good to go. We have our oil. Let's add our oil. There we go. Well, that's cooking oil. You can see the milky color, of which we haven't added any milk at all. The thickness, this is beautiful. That means we have stirred enough. And then we're going to add our milk, our warm milk. That's it. You should stir very carefully so that it shouldn't spill. That's it. Remember we applied salt in our flour? Let's apply a pinch of salt again in this mixture. This is our Himalaya pink salt. It's a very rich salt and healthy. That's it. After this, we're going to mix this mixture with this flour. You see this amazing cream? Yes, this is due to our hard work of whipping. Okay, so as we said, we're going to mix this mixture with this flour of ours. However, after mixing it can be watery, so you must have an extra flour aside. Okay, this is our bank, our flour bank. Okay, so we're going to mix this mixture with this one. Doesn't matter which bowl you're going to use. However, we're going to use this blue bowl because it's more flexible and it's more open. Yeah, since this one is a bit smaller, so we're going to pour this. Here we go. So we're going to stir this mixture. Mind you, since we're making our donuts, so it doesn't have to be sticky. The product is not supposed to be sticky as we did with our pizza recipe. That's it. And I'm gonna change with a spoon. I'd rather use a wooden spoon, which is more comfortable for me for stirring. There we go. Okay, as it becomes harder for you to stir, since the dough is hard, we're going to add in our more milk. You have to do this carefully because you may end up making the dough to be watery. You might not have the flour, our bank flour, so you have to put in the milk carefully so that the dough doesn't become watery. But if it's watery, you make sure you have that bank flour as we have there. That's it. Okay, it has come to a point whereas we need to use our hands since the dough is so hard that we can't be using our wooden spoon anymore. So it is advised that you wash your hands thoroughly, okay? If you have long nails, this is the point where long nails are not needed. This is the time we're going to use our hands frequently. So let's apply more flour. That's it. Since we're making our donuts, the dough doesn't have to be that soft, also not that hard. After this mixing, we'll knead the dough very well. And when we're done doing that, you may want to do different shapes. So this should be effective. Okay, we'll need somewhere we can knead this dough very well. So you need somewhere flat, can be wooden or not. I got myself this cutting board that can help me. Or should I call it chapati board? There we go. Let's take this. Put in some flour. You may use flour or oil so that your dough doesn't become so sticky, right? Let's apply it on top as well. So we've done the transferring. So we'll knead it very well. This is the point where when you have loose clothes, you're not supposed to engage in this. Because loose clothes can make you uncomfortable. You pull this cloth, you pull that. Giving us too much work. So knead this very well. Okay, in the first place, we're supposed to remove all those clothes that could make us uncomfortable when we're kneading a dough or when we're busy doing these donuts. So I hope you removed all those clothes that make you uncomfortable. That's it. You should knead it very well. Okay, as you can see, it's not sticky, which is a very good thing. It shows that you're doing a very good job. Okay, this is the result of our good kneading. You see how this is? See? So you can make any shape that you want your donuts to be. Either ring or round. Any other shape. star shaped, whatever shape you want. Okay, this is how our dough needs to look like after we're done kneading and everything. So this is where you're going to choose any shape that you want. Okay, I washed my hands again, that's why they're looking all this neat. So I have my tray over here where I'm going to be doing different shapes, the different shape that I want. I would like to have a ring donut and other shapes. Maybe you want a star shape. Who do it much more professional than I am. Make them so beautiful. Okay. And then there we go. We'll do others. That's it. That's it. This will come out beautifully. I can't wait myself. Okay, so we're gonna do all of this until we finish all this dough. That's it. As we already discussed, make sure that your hands, you wash them with soap so that you shouldn't give in any possibility of germs. This is it. Let's do. That's it. There we go. Okay, so this is another shape of our donuts. Now they're ready to fry. From this to that. Okay, this looks amazing, right? Of course, you may have different shapes. You may have ring donuts as we showed you. Of course, you may have different kind of shapes. I did ring donuts as another sample, so this is the other sample. They're also ring, of course. So they're ready to fry. Let's fry them. Okay, as our oil is hot, this is the time where we start frying. Let's do this. Okay, there goes our frying method. That's it. You have to put in very carefully to avoid splashing of oil. You wouldn't want to get a burn. That's it. Here we go. And make sure the oil is not very hot because it happens that the outer layer is fried well, but inside, hope you cook much more better than this. Thank you once again. See you next time. Bye.